Alright, everybody, good evening. This is Lukethevaccumsaver tuning back with you for another video. Hello, my friends, my people, my family. Happy Labor Day. Yes, it is past midnight, and for me right now, I feel like it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But, you know what? When you do so much good for God's people, like saving these, or if you know me outside of this YouTube channel, my personal life, you know that I'm self-employed. So, yeah, quite busy man. I'm definitely not a sit on the couch kind of guy. But that's the way to be with life. Is just to put your best self out there, keep doing everything that you can be doing. So, how's it going, everybody? This is going to be episode 73 or 74 of Vacuum Saved, and boy, do I got the goodies for you guys. Just like Sierra suggested with her song Goodies starring P.D. Pablo, I got the goodies for you tonight. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is past midnight, but like I said, it feels like 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So, what I got here for you? This will be I don't know what edition we'll call this yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with one as the video goes on. I never fail to. So, if this is your first video with me, my name is Luke, and I restore these for people in need for free, and I donate them. And understand something, and I've always wanted people to understand this, and I emphasize it in every video, that these vacuums are repaired with my heart and soul. Okay, these vacuums are repaired with my heart and soul. I literally put everything I've got into them. I literally buy belts, bags, filters, this, that, you name it. I'm buying it probably a couple times a month more than I should be. But when you're in summer, that's what happens. You do these full time. And recently we did a video starring a Bissell Cleanview Wide Path and a Power Force Compact 2112. Both of those are doing great. And all the other vacuums, for that matter, are doing great. And we don't have very many left, actually. Most of them are carpet cleaners now. We have approximately 1, 2. Here, let's count together. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so 13 vacuums in here currently. But also, big update for you guys. YouTube Shorts, a few of my videos have hit over 1,000 views. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys have shown the channel with these YouTube Shorts. And it's my honor, pride, and pleasure to be putting those out there for you and showing you what I do in order to get these back to video condition. Take a look at that. Oh my goodness sakes, how about that for a change? Look at how beautiful those are. And by the way, I promise guys, the shorts for these two are coming, but I have been so busy with my self-employment job recently that I completely forgot about them, and my apologies for that. I'll probably just go ahead and upload those two shorts this evening after the video, or tomorrow morning sometime. So happy Labor Day to you all. It's really, really, really nice to have you on the channel here. Please ignore that moth flying around. We are in a garage after all. This is not a studio. So, yeah, this is very special. This has been my pride, my joy for the past 12 years of my life. And just recently have I started filming them. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, we are celebrating 4 years on YouTube now. Yes, you've heard me correctly, 4 years on YouTube. And I cannot thank you enough for all the support that you guys have shown that channel ever since the very beginning. If the beginning viewers, excuse me. Sorry about that. I guess I really am feeling that it's past midnight. Any hizzles. Thank you for the people that have supported my channel since day one. Your efforts and support don't go unnoticed. And, boy, these are absolutely beautiful. And, just like every other vacuum that I've had. And by the way, I have another video coming with starring these two shark stick facts coming up in another month or so. As I am back in college full time now, I'm not sure when I'll be able to film those, but at some point you can expect a video of those two. Most likely, I can't promise that I'll be filming them, but there's a very, very good chance that I will be. So I just wanted to give that update to you. But if this is your first video with me, this is the introduction. Then what we'll do next is we'll bring the vacuum cleaner out to about here, and I'll talk a little bit about it, tell you what its story is, what the model number, the make, everything that was wrong with it, what I did to restore it, and where it is now. And then I'll put them back in their respective sections right there. We'll fire them up for a test run on on the section of the carpet equally. I'm right here where the big Dirt Devil Royal MVP's wheel is sitting. That line, focus, will be the divide line. So on the left hand side will be the Dirt Devil, on the right the Shark. So yeah, big exciting video coming today. So what do you say? You know what? Brand new week, brand new us, off on the right foot, right? So let's begin with the right side. All right, I like your taste. So, what do we have here? This is a Shark Navigator Deluxe, model number NV4226. I repeat, this is a Shark Navigator NV4226 Shark Navigator Deluxe. So there is that one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts because the comment section is going to go crazy over this one. On our left-hand side, oh my goodness sakes, something that very few people have the honor of saying that they own one of these. This, my friends, is a Dirt Devil MVP upright from Royal. And it is with great pride that I say that I have one of these in my garage. This is a Dirt Devil MVP Royal. Yes, everybody is going crazy for these vacuums on YouTube, and that's for one reason, and you're going to see in the test time how powerful this thing is. So, I can't wait to show that off to you. And then there's the Shark Navigator Deluxe for you one more time, the NV4226. Now, let's have our moment of silence for all of these vacuums had gone through in order to be where they are today. Thank you. And we do that moment of silence to show our respects to not only the repairman recording the video here, and also to what these vacuums have gone through. And that is a signal send off to them that those days are over and that they will be treated with the utmost respect and be kept in tip-top shape when they are with me, as long as they are here in my garage. So, are you guys ready for another video to get started, kick off, just like football season? Okay. What do you say we start with this beautiful caramel thing staring us in the face this afternoon? Excuse me, this very, very late evening, rather. Okay, well, afternoon to me, very, very late evening to you, whatnot. So, anyhow, welcome to yet another episode of Vacuum Saved. I will be calling this the stunning edition of Vacuum Saved. Oh, there's our name. There's our name, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to call this the stunning edition of Vacuum Saved. Episode 74, starring the Hot Rod NV4226 Navigator Deluxe and the Dirt Devil Royal MVP vacuum. First of all, this is my Shark Navigator Deluxe NV4226. Now, something you will notice that is very similar to the Shark design of the Shark Navigator NV130S4. Now, this is the exact cousin of the Shark Navigator NV42. Now, that vacuum came out in the early 2000s, just before the 2010s, correct me if I'm wrong, but that vacuum was all purple, and a clear band like this one has, of course. But my point is, ladies and gentlemen, is this it had this exact same layout, just a different color. Now, one thing the Navigator Deluxe has that the NV42 does not is swivel steering. Oh wait, it does not have swivel steering. My apologies. But the Shark Navigator 1V, oh my god, the NV130S4 does have swivel steering. The NV130S4 does have swivel steering. This one does not. And actually, I appreciate this more than you would think. And that is because I'll show you one more time. Okay? Look. You can't bend that hose. With something like the Shark Navigator NV134 and NV130S4 sitting right over here. It is a very common mistake, and I see it all the time, especially with the NV352 series. If you want to go look at one of those vacuums, I had one on my channel a while ago. If I find which one that was on, I'll put it in the comments section, the description below the video, so you can go check that video out and you can see my rant about why I do not like that specific series of vacuums just because of that one little feature. But they are a great vacuum. They are very powerful and they've always served me well. But that one little feature always had that place in my heart that has always ignited a fire when that feature went wrong, and it goes wrong on almost every NV352 series and beyond. Anything than a 2011 like this Shark Navigator Deluxe comes through the door. Any other vacuum that's much newer than this, it has swivel steering, and that is frustrating as could be for us vacuum savers, and it's all because of, let's talk for a second right here. It's all because of this material right here. You see, this is a very, very flexible hose, okay? And the problem with this is that as you turn the vacuum, if it has swivel steering, the hose goes whichever way the nozzle does, and at some point that is bound to break. And every time I get a Shark Navigator in the door that is newer than a 2011 like this one, this section right here is either A, wrapped completely in tape, or just completely wide open, like split in half, with a single rod from one of these. So, yes, I have seen that before. So, but one thing you'll notice is this one is missing its bottom cord hook. But that's not a problem, as we have several other cord hooks that we could use. I'm not sure if you can hear the background noise, but that is a helicopter going into my local hospital. No big deal. But we are here to talk about the vacuums, not a Eurocopter 135. But he's leaving anyhow. But yeah, this is the Shark Navigator Deluxe, and I got this from a cleaning lady, actually, of my mother's. And it was with a patch of those two Shark stick vacs right there, coming in a later video. But it was those two, a Dyson that was not for me. That one was for repair. But so I'm not going to show that one. But then there was this, and that beautiful Hoover Concept 1, and a beautiful cinnamon orange right there. Those were the vacuums that were so gracefully donated to me to come into my loving arms and get them the TLC that they needed. And as you guys see, this one turned out really nice for me, actually. And so did this Shark Vertex with power fins vacuum. And then I got a Shark Rocket Original. So, yep, you know the drill. Those are coming in a later video sometime. probably within the next couple months, I would say. And no, that yawn was not because I was tired. I was actually thinking for a second. So probably within the next couple months, you'll see that video coming out. But one thing I love about this vacuum is how much dirt you can pick up, ladies and gentlemen. With the Shark Navigator NV352 series and NV360, most people will tell you that they would prefer this vacuum over that one. And that is because of the much larger dirt bin. Right here, about right where my finger is. That's about as far as you can. There's more accurate. That's about how far you can get with the Shark Navigator NV352 series. That's all because of the much smaller bin size. Now, that doesn't affect how powerful the vacuum is. Well, it can if you're a silly goose. Lordy, sorry about that. If you're a silly goose and do not maintain your filters, or even put one in it for that matter, then it will be losing suction power and not as effective as it could be. So please and thank you for taking care of your vacuums. Let's have a look at this dirt bin and look how nice it turned out for all of you. Now, how about this floor plate? Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the toughest vacuum cleaner floor plates that I've ever dealt with in my 11-year career of saving vacuums. And, with the first Shark that I had, oh my god, I don't know how many years ago that I actually had to do that project and go purchase a $75 star bit with tits drill bit set. I asked God that night, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And clearly this is the answer, because I've just become better and better and better with every vacuum from Shark that I've done. Now, I do not know why that Shark went ahead with this design. Not with the design of the dirt cup, because it's a lot better than what you'll see on a Navigator 352, but with the star bit with the tit screws. Most vacuums will have a just standard 5 screw Phillips head screws rather, and sometimes on a very rare occasion you'll run into a flathead vacuum. But yeah, one second for this bin here, folks. Alright, we'll figure that out in a second. There. Okay. Alright, that's good. That's on. Sorry about that fiasco there, but that is on, and that is story time for that vacuum. Now, let's move on to something a little more interesting here. Something we haven't seen on the channel for quite some time. So yeah, that Shark Navigator is definitely something, but so is this hot rod. So let's talk about him. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, this is part 2 of episode 74, the stunning edition of Vacuum Saved. This is my Dirt Devil Royal MVP. Now, this has an 8.6 amp motor. Now, people are going crazy for these on YouTube because of their rarity. You don't find a vacuum that is... Oh my goodness, I am so sorry about that yawn there, ladies and gentlemen. But you do not find a vacuum like this that is in this sharp of condition and its age. And that's what people are after these vacuums for. Not for how sharp they look, but it's because of their age and how they just continue to last and last and last. So, I'm very grateful to have one of these in the shop for a while. Now, it does have a very cool feature that I'd like to point out to you here. And this is the height adjust. Right here, if we look on the pedal, okay, watch what can happen here. Okay, so over here on your right hand side, you got your handle release. Over here is your height adjust. Watch this. There's low, medium, high, and then right down there is auto. But for this purpose of this test, with how powerful this vacuum is, we're going to adjust it to the medium setting, which is ready to go there. Now, I picked this guy up from a move-out sale, and he was only $8. And I told the family what I do for people, and they ended up giving it to me for $5. And so I'm very grateful for that, and I hope that that family is doing great with their move transition, because I know that can be emotionally hard sometimes, but it can also be a very happy time for something bigger and better. But I'm very grateful for this vacuum and can't wait to give her a test run here with all of you on the carpet. So yeah, I think it's about time that we actually do a test run with these vacuums. So yeah, that's the story time for this hot rod here. Now, let's go ahead and get started. Oops, wait, that Shark Navigator spin is just a little off center. 1 second here, folks. You see, this is part of the problem with these sharks, is how easily and how difficult it is to pop these tanks back into place normally. There we go. So that's on. That's ready to go. And let's test her first. So, let's begin and have a lot of fun. And let's see what this vacuum is capable of. What do you say? Okay. See what this vacuum can do for us. I will warn you folks, this is very powerful and you guys are going to love it. Absolutely love it. Because I absolutely love it. So, who's ready to see an NV4226 Shark Navigator in action? Everybody? Okay. Let's do it, because so am I. Alright. Let's plug that guy in. Ready for fire. Okay. Alright. Who's ready for a sound test with this shark? Alright, let's test him out. Oh, one little thing that I forgot to mention about this vacuum is it does sound exactly like a Dyson DC-25. It does have a 10 amp motor, but it's just a little bit different. But I'm going to respect it and love it as a usual vacuum. So let's try out this Shark Navigator in 3, 2, 1, test sound. One more time. Alright. Now, you'll notice this vacuum switch has 2 modes. The first is for bare floor. The second is for carpet. So let's switch it to mode 1. So this is without the brush roll. And when I switch it to mode 2, you will see that green light illuminate, which indicates that the brush roll is spinning properly. So let's give her a go. Ready? There goes our green light. Let's go. Ooh, we have carpet lines. I'm liking this. And I don't know, folks. This shark may have just put the Dirt Devil MVP Royal in its place. Let's see. Will that Dirt Devil Royal do just as good as that shark did? Because look at those carpet lines right there. And hello, Bissell. Alright, let's wrap him up. And let's do the other test here. The Dirt Devil Royal MVP. The one that you guys have all been waiting for. or if some of you are waiting for the Shark. Which comment your favorite team down below. Is it the Shark or is it the Dirt Devil? Let me know in the comment sections down below, please and thank you. Alright, so that's him. As you guys can see, it picked up quite a good bit of dirt from our carpet there, and that was mostly without the brush, so that's pretty doggone good. Alright, you ready for a loudmouth here? Alright, let's see what she sounds like. But boy, I'll tell you what, just because this thing is loud doesn't mean it's not powerful. This thing is outrageous. Alright, so let's get him unwound here a little bit more. That's good. Alright, let's go plug him in. See what the older gentleman's got for us. Alright. Some of these old vacuums still got it. And just like I suggested in my one video, the oldies that still got it, that video was a whole lot of fun, starring a Bissell liftoff and a Hoover Wind Tunnel Supreme. If you haven't checked that video out yet, I strongly suggest that you do. So, who's ready for a little test fire with the Dirt Devil MVP Royal? Yeah? Each and every one of us? Alright, let's go. Here we go. And here's a test fire in 3, 2, 1. One more time. Boy, that vacuum's got an attitude, doesn't it there, ladies and gentlemen? What do you say we go ahead and let it loose on the carpet here? Hey, Dirt Devil, would you mind to show us what you got? There we go. How about that for a little Dirt Devil ASMR there for you? That was the Dirt Devil Royal MVP. And yes, I'm eternally grateful for this vacuum. And boy, look at how nice it did. Just as nice as the Shark. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section, which of these do you think did better? Was it the Dirt Devil Royal MVP? Or was it the Shark Navigator Deluxe? Let me know in the comment sections down below. I appreciate your participation with that, as it helps my channel grow. Also, tell me how you think I'm doing in the comment sections. I greatly appreciate it. Leaving a like, a subscribe, whatnot if you would like to. Now, I understand if you don't want to, because not everybody is interested in vacuum cleaners, and that's okay. Just like I'm definitely not interested in a few certain things, but I'm not going to go there on this channel. But, yeah. Oh, also, my new video is coming out here very shortly, where I will be in front of the camera telling you all about what my channel is, how it got its start, and where we are today. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that one. Probably going to air that one next Friday, sometime in the evening. So I hope you're looking forward to that as much as I am. So, here we go. Last thoughts. Okay, as we saw, final thoughts here. These are some of my favorites in my collection here. As you saw with the tender loving care that I have shown these vacuums, they did absolutely excellent on their sides of the carpet. And this has been Luke the Vacuum Saver, and it's been my pleasure to be with you this evening. And thank you for watching and everything that you guys do for the channel. I'll catch you next time.